Hello again. Welcome to the channel again. I just wanted to take some time to share with you some knives that I've been working on. As you may or may not know, I am a knife maker. I make knives. I am not a smith. I do not heat up the steel and shape it that way. I am a stock removal knife maker. So I start with a block of steel, I cut it, shape it to what you see today. So I just wanted to take some time to share 3 knives that I've been working with and maybe tell you a little bit about them and to share some of the things that I do. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see, which one do I want to start? Probably you guys would like to see this one first. So I'll go ahead and talk about this one. Usually with a knife, I have a model name. This one I do not yet. I don't really have a model name, so if you have a option or an idea for what you would like to call it, please put it in the comments below, and I'd be free to see what that is. So basically this is your, I guess, everyday camp knife. I wouldn't really consider this an everyday carry size blade. It is quite large. Let me get the ruler out so you guys can get an idea. So basically this thing is 7¼ inches long with a 3½ inch blade. Cutting edge being 3 inches or just a hair over 3 inches, which really doesn't sound big. We have folders that are this big. The thing with this one is this thickness. This was 1/4 inch thick steel, 80 CRV2 that I got. I like to order my steel from a lot of different places, but I got this pack from Jantz. Shout out to Jantz, Jantz. They sell all kind of supplies for knife makers. They had this pack of 80 CRV2 with a bunch of different sizes, and I've used that all up except for about 4 or 5 pieces of this 1/4 inch thick steel, because it's kind of really thicker than what I usually work with. So I'll have to be making more of these larger blades just for that. But it does make it for a very robust knife. Each one of those pieces is about, 7-8 inches long, which is perfect for some of the normal size blades that I make. But for this one, it kind of worked out. It did turn out pretty good. This is Fantasy Marble Karenite. I forgot what it was actually called, but I purchased on Jantz too. Nice and smooth, nice and fits well in your hand. That harpoon choil thing up here fits perfect in your thumb, so it feels really good in the hand, really thick. Let me zoom out a little bit for you guys, and would make a really great knife. So basically all I have left on this one is to sharpen it, put an edge on it, and I have to make the sheath. So I think I'm going to make a 2-part piece sheath. But and if you're interested in purchasing any of my knives, you can go to my Etsy store. I'll put a link in the description of this to get you there. So I'm not sure what the cost of this is going to be yet, but I do have other knives that are available on the Etsy store if you're interested. All right, so that's the big boy. Let's do this one next, and I'll pull this one in the picture too. We can zoom in a little bit on these. So this is what I'm calling, my model is the Rockhopper. If you're into pocket knives, there's a very popular model that I was inspired by, and maybe you can tell just by the blade shape. If not, I'll let you figure it out. So what I really like about the Rockhopper is, although it is only a 3-finger handle, it fits well in the hand. This will end up having a lanyard on it, so you'll be able to get your pinky on it. It fits really nice in the hand, and what I like about this model is where your thumb lands. It has this little dip right in here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah, so you can see that little dip right in there. When you grip this knife, your thumb falls right into that and makes it very easy to hold, very comfortable to hold. It's easy to switch. I think there's that rule. I think the designer of the Banter, he has that pinch grip 1 finger length, and this fits perfectly in that. You can control that tip to make any kind of draw cuts or anything like that that you need to make. It's really comfortable. This jade handle material and the black pins and a black tube really ended up looking nice. I did an acid etch on this blade, which is the finish that you see. Kind of turned out a little spotty, but I kind of like the way it came out. It's going to be really cool once it's fully completed. Again, I have to still put the edge on it and make a sheath for it, and it will be ready and up on that Etsy store. I think this one probably go for about 110, so nothing too crazy. I'm not that popular of a knife maker, and quite honestly, I just started this year. I've only been doing it for a couple months now, and it's coming along pretty well. So, the Rockhopper. Another cool one here. Let's keep this one up in the corner too. Along those lines, this is my Puffin, so kind of see that inspiration. It's another 3-finger sized blade. Oh, did you want to see the size of these? Here, let me pull out the ruler again so you can see the size of the Rockhopper. All right, so total length for the Rockhopper is about 5 1/4. The blade in complete totalness is about 2 3/16. 2 3/16. The edge, sharpened edge, is about 2 1/4, just a hair over 2 1/4. So that's for that one. Going back to the Puffin. The Puffin is about the same size of the Rockhopper. Actually, it's probably the exact same size, so 5 1/4, just over 2 1/4 blade length. So depending on what the knife laws are in your state or where you live, you just got to keep in mind all those things. So this is a Puffin, same as the Rockhopper. I designed it so where that handle comes down right here is really where your thumb would land when you're holding it. So when I'm holding this knife, my thumb's going to land right in that little dip. It makes it very comfortable to hold. Fits nicely in my hand, 3 fingers. I shaped it so that your fingers run right in this little groove right there, and it makes it nice and comfortable to grab a hold of. Great blade shape for any kind of cut that you need to make. Again, you can put that finger up there and control that tip to make your draw cuts or anything that you need to do. It's a really great knife. Handle material, I split the handle material. It has the Jade G10 and the Burlap micarta. So those two together looks really neat with the black pins and again the black tube. Really like the way that this turned out. I originally was going to acid etch the blade, so I was going to put the same kind of coloration on that as I did for this, and I just decided I think I'm not going to do that. I'll just leave it like this. Let's put these guys out in the background. So this is the Puffin. Again, still have to put that edge on it and make the sheath, and then this will be done. Yeah, I'll probably put a lanyard too. I think I'm gonna make some beads out of this material. I do kind of make my own beads with the leftover G10 material that I have. if you'd like to see one. Here, hold on. Let me pull a bead out. Oh, pull a couple of them out. I mean, so it's something I've been playing with. I have a bunch of leftover material, and where are they? Oh, they're there. I had a bunch of leftover handle material. It's like, what do I do with all this handle material? It's not big enough to add into a knife. Well, I made some beads. Losing my marbles. So this is a black and red layer G10, or no, micarta, and I went ahead and made some beads out of it. So it turned out really cool. Maybe some future projects, they'll be on some of those knives. So we'll see. They're big enough for a lanyard hole, and it's just good to have a little pinky grip for those that come. So again, we have my Puffin, a Rockhopper, and I don't have a model name for this one. Probably, I don't know, for me it's like the Beast, because for me that's a big knife, based on all the other models that I make. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Check out the link in below. Check out my Etsy store, Aries EDC, Instagram at Aries EDC. I'm always posting stuff on that too, so check me out. Thanks.